over 22,000 subscribers, over 4 million views on all of my videos combined. So what does it take? What is behind the scenes of Daltonator YouTube channel? Well, I think I have the best sim racing setup in the world, but I think it's going to be a lot less expensive than you might think. And in this video, I'm going to take you behind the scenes. So this is what it looks like from my point of view. So I've got the microphone in front of me, the steering wheel, there's my monitor right there, and there is the camera which I capture you from. Now, it looks like a phone, doesn't it? Well, the reason is because it is a phone. So the phone in question is just a regular iPhone. I think it's an iPhone X. It's an old phone that I've used from before, and it's just connected to my laptop. The laptop is what I do to capture all of my video, and the software that I use to capture from the phone, let's take a look now. It's called Camo Studio Pro. So I have paid for the pro version of this software, but there is one available for free. And then I capture all of the video, as you can see on screen here. There's me in the corner in OBS Studio. So this laptop is what I use to capture all of the video from the PlayStation, camera, and then onto the laptop. It's about an $800 laptop. All of the equipment that I'll be showing in this video, including monitors, cables, ring lights, all of that stuff will be linked in the description below, so you can go and reference that there. Heading out of the rig now, I'm going to show you around the back. So basically this cabinet here is just a low drawer set from IKEA, super cheap. Coming around the back here, this is my HDMI capture. Now you can use Elgato or something particularly expensive, but this was 19 quid from Amazon, super cheap and works pretty well. Also on the table, I've got all my pens and stuff and my eraser for my whiteboard. That just helps, I think, to explain some of the videos a little bit better. And don't forget, guys, we've got the drink, sleep, race, repeat mug. I do have some merch available on my website, daltonator.com. Feel free to go and check that out. All of the profits from that website get invested straight back into the channel. Now to talk about the lighting, guys, I've got a cheap Amazon ring light. It is probably for makeup tutorials and such like, but it works perfectly for me. I don't use the phone holder that is on it. I also have a cheap kind of RGB light here, controlled from the controller there. I can choose whatever color I want, but I choose red specifically to contrast with the green screen. Now taking a step back, you can see that there is a large green screen behind me. That is what allows me to cut myself out from the background and appear nicely picture in picture. And again, Amazon is your friend, guys. It is a cheap Amazon green screen curtain. The star of my setup really is my GT Omega RS6 seat, classic wheel stand and rear seat frame extensions. So the GT Omega classic wheel stand is probably the cheapest first step into sim racing that you can buy. I think it's below £100, $100. It's got really good adjustability. You can change the angle. The pedals are super secure, works perfectly fine even with a 5Nm direct drive wheel. Perfect with a G29 as well. And no matter whether you're playing on the sofa and you need a wheel stand, or even if you have a desk already that you clamp your wheel to, the wheel stand works way better than I thought it would, because it disconnects the vibrations and force from the steering wheel wheelbase and your monitor. So no matter how much aggressive force you put through the wheel, the monitor remains rock solid. Works perfectly as a standalone product to mount your wheel to, but then in the future it's fully upgradable and compatible with the rear seat frame here. So the GT Omega rear seat frame extension plugs directly into the back of the classic wheel stand, and then you can install any seat you would like. And I've gone with the GT Omega RS6 seat. This is a pretty low cost seat from GT Omega. It has recline function as well. You can move it on the rails, so you've got really great seat adjustment. And I think all of this stuff combined works really well to give you a low cost budget racing wheel cockpit setup. And then if I did decide to upgrade my wheel stand in the future, I will just transport my seat over to the new cockpit. Guys, if you are looking to buy anything from GT Omega, then make sure you check out the links in the description below. I've got a discount code for 5% off anything at GT Omega. Go and check it out. Around the back of the seat now, I've got a few bit of a storage location here. I've got a trusty G29. I have had that back on the rig to do some testing for the force feedback video a few weeks ago. And here is the Moser KS wheel. I do need to do a review on this wheel. It does work with PlayStation through the Resolution 2 adapter, but there is some limitations. If you're using this KS wheel on PC specifically, then this wheel is absolutely incredible. It works so well. Dual clutch and pedals at the back, quick release, fantastic buttons. I will be covering that on my channel in the future. I've got the box for that just down here. I will just cover through my other equipment that I use. So I do use the Moser R5 wheelbase. It is on the Resolution 2 adapter. I've got plenty of videos already on my channel explaining about that. And I do mostly use the wheel that comes as default. I think it's the ES wheel. It works really good. It's good to have a nice round wheel. So especially when using some of the road cars. Over to the left hand side now, I do have the Moser handbrake, the HBP handbrake, I believe. If you're using it on a PC, this handbrake works incredibly well. It's really good. It's a full proportional handbrake. However, if you're using it with the Resolution 2 adapter on PlayStation, all this really does is it activates as the circle button, so it doesn't have full proportionality, but actually as a tactile piece of equipment to just pull on when you need to just kick out the rear end of the car. It's actually quite engaging to use. Now, this is installed to the extension of the classic wheel stand that comes with the classic wheel stand. So yeah, you get a lot of stuff with this classic wheel stand for your money. Again, lower down and to the left hand side, I have the Moser H pattern gear shift. This works really well, especially with the Resolution 2 adapter. It works great with the clutch pedal on the Moser R5 pedals. I just happen to have it bolted just to an old cabinet with some weights in there. I'm not sure if you can see deep into the crack there, but there's some weights to weigh that down. It's screwed down here. It's a bit of ghetto solution, but it works pretty well. Rounding out the Moser product range, I've got the pedals that come with the Moser R5, the SRP Lite pedals, I believe they are. I do have the additional clutch pedal, but the important thing and the fantastic upgrade for this pedal set is I've got the Alien Mods load cell brake pedal. I've got a full video on my channel which gives you a full review of this brake pedal, and it works really well. It really does transform the way it works for braking with a load cell pedal. To my right side while I'm driving is where my PlayStation 5 is. These are the controllers, all the stuff plugged into here, a couple of USB memory sticks, and my PS5 controller. It just sits there doing its thing. My original PlayStation 4 is down here. I may get that fired up again to do another back-to-back to see how things work on PS4 versus PS5. I've not revisited the PS4 in quite some time. The microphone that I use is this one here, and it is pretty good. The reason I bought this microphone, it's pretty low cost from Amazon. I think it's around $50 maybe. The reason I bought this microphone is this one does plug directly into PlayStation 5. I also have it plugged into my phone from time to time because that's where I actually record my videos and I edit my videos and do the voiceovers on my phone. So for me, it was important to get a microphone which plugged into my phone as well as PlayStation 5. So this is my low budget setup in the corner of my garage. Through there is back to my utility room of my house. I'm quite lucky to have a connected garage, so I can just quickly hop through this door and hop in the sim rig. In the future, guys, I do plan to invest more back into the channel, maybe some sim rig upgrades. Let me know if you'd like to see some of those sim rig upgrades or what you would like to see in the future. Quick look backwards to the garage, guys. This is where it is going to expand a little bit more, I think. And here specifically, I'm going to install some shelves. I'm going to get some of these boxes sorted out. And yeah, guys, there's my 3D printer. Interesting thing is that I'm secondarily as a designer. This is some 3D printed Nerf blasters. These are pretty cool, guys, I've got to say. These will hit about 200 feet per second firepower. Back into this sim rig now, guys, and this is just a comfortable, lovely place to be. As you can see from the little tour, it doesn't have to be expensive. I've seen the videos from Super GT and Rory Alexander, some fantastic sim rig setups there, but let's face it, guys, we've not all got a huge budget, and I think this is probably the best budget sim racing rig you can buy. And when it comes to streaming and making YouTube videos, then I believe my budget setup extends even further. I'm basically using a mobile phone as the capture camera, a reasonably low cost laptop, and interesting fact guys, I actually edit all of my videos on my phone, so I can do this whenever I want, whatever house of the room I need to be in. I can sit down, chill out, and just edit the videos really simply.
I'm sat here on the sofa right now editing the video you are watching.
If you have found this behind the scenes tour very interesting guys, then make sure you consider becoming a channel member. Channel members will get exclusive videos, photos and behind the scenes access to these upgrades. But the best way to support the channel is just to hit that like button on the videos, keep watching them as much as you can, and make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. I'm going to let YouTube decide what is the next best video for you to watch. It'll be on the screen right now. Feel free to go and check that out. I'll catch you in the next one.